爱学猫就是爱学习，大家快来一起学习吧。
Have you had a good year, Sam?
It has been a great year. I graduated from college in May and got a job in July.
Congratulations! I've achieved many things this year too.
Like what?
I've done a few art projects and learned a lot of Spanish. Hey, have you eaten?
Yeah, I have. I ate a while ago, but let's get lunch tomorrow.
Dan, that was a fantastic performance. You're a really talented saxophone player.
Glad you liked the performance. I have been practicing every day for the last month.
I can tell. I am really proud of you.
Thanks. So, do you want to get some coffee?
Sounds good. Let me grab my coat and we'll go.
Actually, I have been wanting to ask you something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I really like you a lot, Hannah. We've been spending a lot of time together, and you've met my kids, and they love you. So, does this mean we're a couple now?
I think the answer is yes.
You know, my cousin is going to get married next month. How do you feel about going to the wedding with me? I can introduce you to my parents. They have been expecting to meet you.
Well?
But if you are not ready for a serious relationship, I completely understand.
I'd love to go to the wedding and meet your parents. And, to be honest, I am very serious about our relationship. I can see a future between us.
In the 21st century, more people than ever have been making music. Why? Because computers have been getting cheaper, and the software has been getting easier to use. Before, you needed a studio to make a professional recording. But not anymore. Now you can record music in your own bedroom. The way we discover music has been changing too. For a while now, radio and TV have been losing popularity. The internet has been turning into the main place where people find new bands to listen to. So, have you been thinking about a career in music?
I've already decided what I'm going to order. Have you?
Yep, I've always loved the noodles at this place. Hannah, have you ever recorded any music?
No. For some reason, I've never tried. Have you?
No, but I was thinking that we could try to do it together.
That's a wonderful idea.
I've already come up with a few song ideas.
I know someone who could help us. She's only 21 and she has already recorded 3 albums.
Whoa, that's impressive.
This is a great idea, Dan. I can't wait.
When you think of music and musicians, what do you think of first? Did you think of classical music, pop music, or your favorite talented musician? What about computers? While many people are fans of musicians writing and playing their own music, there is a new trend. Musicians have been working with computer scientists to create pop music using algorithms or rules. This is called pop music automation. The goal of AI or artificial intelligence music is to make you think that a human made it. There is even an AI music company that can learn to play the piano just like a child would. When you start playing piano, the AI will play what's next and be your music partner. So, what do you think? Can computers create music as creative and special as the music that humans do?
Greg, welcome back.
Thanks, Brandon.
How was your university interview?
I think it went well, but we'll see. Hey, I've been traveling for a long time. Could we sit down?
Of course. When will the university contact you?
December 1st. It'll be a pretty important day. Speaking of important days, isn't your anniversary with Jane coming up?
Yeah, we've been in a relationship for nearly a year. I'm planning to take her to a performance by her favorite band tomorrow. She listens to their recordings a lot and thinks they're really talented.
I expect she'll really enjoy that.
Yeah, I hope so. Recently, I haven't felt like she's completely into our relationship.
How long have you been feeling this way?
Since she told me about her new promotion, I think we really care about each other, but we just have different plans for the future. It's hard to explain.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Anyway, let's talk about something else. Come see my parrot. He's missed you a lot.
Haha, great. I've missed him too.
Happy anniversary, Jane. Do you still remember this place?
Thank you. Of course, this is where we had our first date. It's good to see this place hasn't changed much.
I remember I was so nervous. After we had dinner, I wanted to take you to a performance, but then I found out I lost the tickets.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But I won't lose them today. I know you've been wanting to watch this band's performance for a long time. Let's not miss it this time.
Oh, Brandon, I'd really love to, but I'm expected to finish a report by tomorrow morning.
But Jane, do you really have to work on our anniversary?
I'm sorry, Brandon.
Do you want to go out for dinner?
How about we stay in and cook?
That can be fun too.
I can make pasta for you.
Homemade pasta? I'm a lucky guy. And you know who else thinks I'm lucky? My parents. They loved meeting you.
Aw, I loved meeting them too. And when we move in together next month, we can invite them for a visit.
Sure. I'm really happy with the place we picked out.
Me too. But I hope there will be enough room.
You don't think 3 bedrooms will be enough for us and 2 kids?
Well, for now, yeah. But later on, when we have another kid...
Another kid?
Yeah, I want a child of my own, too. I want to experience having a baby.
You don't think having 3 kids would be stressful?
I know having more children can be stressful. But the last time we talked about this, you said you'd really consider it.
Well, I feel very certain I don't want any more children. And you do.
That's right. I can't go through the rest of my life without that experience, Dan.
So, what does that mean?
It means we should break up.
Do you like people who are just like you? Or are you attracted to people who are completely different? In English, we often say that opposites attract. For some people, dating someone who is just like them can be perfectly fine. But for others, it can be boring. Dating someone who is different from you can be challenging. But these relationships can be great learning experiences too. They can be a way to experience life from a different point of view. Would you ever consider it?
Hey, what did Principal Smith say?
She said that I am allowed to take my class on a trip.
Nice. What's the plan?
Well, I gave Mrs. Smith a list of places.
So, will she decide where you are allowed to go?
Yeah, I hope we will be allowed to visit the zoo.
That's a great place for kids to practice English.
She also said we are allowed to borrow the school bus.
Just so you know, once I did a class trip, and some kids weren't allowed to come.
Can the students of mine who aren't allowed to travel join your class?
Of course.
Ending a romantic relationship can be painful, but some breakups are more painful than others. One of the worst things a person can do is to ghost the person he or she wants to break up with. Ghosting is a term for someone who breaks off a close relationship by stopping all communication with the former partner. This kind of breakup can be particularly damaging. By someone suddenly ending contact, the remaining person is left without any trust or respect for the other person. Even though about 50% of men and women have been ghosted at one time in their dating lives, most relationships need closure. This means each person should have a way to say goodbye to the relationship for both its ups and downs, so that he or she can heal and move on in a healthy way.
Hey, Brandon, I need to talk to you about something.
Oh, okay.
I've been considering our relationship and where it's going.
You don't have to say anything more. I know that you're going to Shanghai for work very soon. Staying in a long-distance relationship can be stressful, and recently we've been having a lot of difficulties.
Yes, exactly. I just don't think we should stay in this relationship if we're not certain about our future.
I understand. I'm kind of glad that we're talking about this. I've been feeling the same way for a while.
Right. I still care about you, but I think we're better as friends than as a couple.
I agree. I'm definitely sad about us breaking up, but I also feel sort of happy that we'll be able to stay friends.
Me too. I think going through a breakup can be a positive experience, even if there's sadness.
Yeah. I'll miss you, though.
I'll miss you too. I'll miss so many things about our relationship.
Our relationship!
I won't miss your parrot, though.
Hey, man. Thanks for meeting me.
Anytime. Sorry about Hannah, buddy. It must be difficult for you.
Thanks, man. I really thought she was the one.
Well, having kids is a big deal. I mean, if you don't want more kids, it's better that you both figure that out now.
Yeah, I agree. It must be hard on Hannah, too. I know she really wants to have a baby. She can't give that dream up for me.
It's cool you can see her side of things.
But it doesn't make the breakup less painful, though.
Of course not. By the way, have you ever heard of Dr. Ben?
Dr. Ben? No. Who's he?
He's this great motivational speaker. I went to a seminar of his last month.
Oh, yeah? What does he talk about?
He provides a lot of relationship advice. His advice is really helpful.
Really?
Yeah, I learned a lot of ways to communicate better with my family. And there's another seminar in 2 weeks. Do you want to come along?
Yeah, I think I would like to.
Dana, I did it. I broke up with Dan.
Oh my God. He must be so depressed.
I didn't even cry. He must not be the right guy for me.
Wow. His kids must be feeling sad, though.
Yeah, it must be painful for them.
Time heals broken hearts. They'll move on.
Honey, you must come to my speech next week. With you there, I would be so much more calm and relaxed.
Where are you going next week?
I'm going to London to talk about my new book. You must come with me. We could travel together.
London sounds interesting. I've never been there before.
It's one of those places that you must see in your lifetime.
Ooh, we should have afternoon tea, just like the British.
Deal. We must spend some time at the local museums too.
Definitely. Now let me get my passport and start packing.
It must be interesting to work as a motivational speaker. A motivational speaker helps people to make changes in their lives. Seen as experts in a given field, motivational speakers typically work on personal development or business motivation. Good motivational speakers understand that to get people to behave or act in a new way, they need to encourage people to think differently. To inspire people, they tell great stories and help people turn their problems into opportunities. Motivational speakers often talk to their audiences about how to be happy, confident, and successful. Popular motivational speakers usually have large crowds when they give speeches. They may also write and sell inspirational books, appear on TV, and write blogs.